But the due processes were followed through this recruitment. Now, me who say I told you about say onya abotre kaka na onhwe
document
because ohwemu year minim said you know I believe strongly say onya break kakra na ohwemu I'm sure say he would adjust. Yeah, he would adjust. Obi me Sam George, Honorable Minister, he's also a young man. I mean, him say he has a lot of, and I pray, I've had the opportunity of meeting him before I resigned, and I know say he has a lot of plans for the whole space now. Communication space, no, and then Ghana Post as part. But especially with post office, said the Omo Ajumako This. I am very sure Sesenka unyamre kakra share recruitment because what say no send an appointment letter ba after this my first appointment because I think appointment letters no the chair about on the 9th of December.
Okay.
And he said and now send an appointment letter by 9th of December ebia na dwene ye ne say after election na ni dim rika say election na Saturday, 8th, Sunday. When I interview Sunday, no 9th, Monday, 9th, no almost a Juma say. Normal medicals in November. Yeah, the Ghana Post said, "Dika mom letter say ya me famu into mo medicals. I'm a nipa na kwaya medicals. So take him kakra ehwe a. And ko be who say these are not recruitments. No after yatwaba. And or call it for document now. Interview report or the interview for everybody that was recruited because why yes I know we are recruitment or Ghana Post. We interview panel union need better subi, HR need better subi, regional head back what so and these are people in the system. And say recruitment now I go through this due process. Successful and Kenya minister put never and Kade we Ghana Post Union now but the due processes were followed through this recruitment. Now me who say I told you about say onya abotre kaka na onhwe
document
because ohwemu year minim said you know I believe strongly say onya break kakra na ohwemu I'm sure say he would adjust. Yeah, he would adjust and then Obi me Sam George, Honorable Minister, he's also a young man. I mean, him say he has a lot of, and I pray, I've had the opportunity of meeting him before I resigned, and I know say he has a lot of plans for the whole space now. Communication space, no, and then Ghana Post as part. But especially with post office, said the Omo Ajumako This. I am very sure Sesenka unyamre kakra share recruitment because what say no send an appointment letter ba after this my first appointment because I think appointment letters no the chair about on the 9th of December.
Okay.
And he said and now send an appointment letter by 9th of December ebia na dwene ye ne say after election na ni dim rika say election na Saturday 8th Sunday when I interview Sunday no 9th Monday 9th no almost a Juma say normal medicals in November. Yeah, the Ghana Post said dika mom letter say ya me famu into mo medicals. I'm a nipa na medicals. So take him kakra ehwe mu a anko be hu say these are not recruitments no after yatwaba debi and or call it for document na interview report or the interview for everybody that was recruited because why yes I know we are recruitment or Ghana Post we interview panel union need better subi HR need better subi regional head back what na so and these are people in the system and say recruitment now I go through this due process and to me quite successful and Kenya minister put never by Babeka, and Kadia we Ghana Post Union now cry who did be pray. But the due processes were followed through this recruitment. Now, me say I told you about say onya abotreka kana onhwe
document
because of him year minim said you know I believe strongly say onya break akra no hwemu I'm sure say he would adjust. Yeah, he would adjust.
Yes, the state committee say yen hwese ne be na ya clear containers no. Because about 2,500 containers there a dozen. Na demo region also Asra na echo. Revelations no HSS no more 2,495. Sometimes 2,500 containers. And demurrage of 1.5 billion are echoes from the doors. Now, and a committee in the day or more, and she more no ever dead. It's shocking, honestly, very, very shocking. About 1,350 containers. Ira.
Hey, containers,
full containers, over 1,350.
A good port, honor. Now is a port security or honor.
That is the point. ECG records shows the containers no our ports. Umkoye stock taking at the ports over 1,300. Anyhow, containers they only send you move. You can't unyaza odi asho boto na odi afa baby. So how those containers go missing and cannot be accounted for now? It's a very serious matter. And we'll get to the bottom of this matter.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, sir, when the new government took over, of course, at the time, no, yanya inventory be who containers and go meboa.
The records no shows there the year 2,409. That's the handing over notes.
Yes.
Me me call habo. Me need to form confirm it. Containers I won't say it's way. Okaya, I about 2,500. I'm the committee no go shame. Go shame no. More than 1,300 ayra cannot be accounted for. They vanish from the ports. And
is it possible, sir? The Irano was between time Amoko any time a committee echo that period nana Irano.
So this criminal investigation was established that.
Okay.
But clearly, no, I'm convinced it will be the area. And I'm convinced Abo Omano, Omachuchi, a free port war. And now, the free port war near Katia, they call ECG Warehouse. The records and the trail will show about her at this date. Yeah, they call port manager, and terminal manager, Ben, and Mark Quincy. When they receive a company Ben and my so the all this from customs security, national security, clearing companies, ECG staff, somebody will be held liable.
Anyway, no for more any containers and near be in the womb.
Cables will move stay near my womb meters, will near my even a near man crown we have to determine near my work container name. Just an investigation, but this will be criminal.
Of course.
It will be looking at those who perpetrated this crime and they'll be dealt with. ECG procurement, Oma Kaine Estate Department of Boom. And Oma head of estate in charge of procurement. And Oma procurement director and Oma Kofi. I mean, why do you do this?
Hey. And that director, no, estate director, no, and a superintendent over procurement way mo.
Yes.
Wow.
Then we have to correct certain things there. Well, we can't continue like that. The first thing about governance is that you stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
Whilst looking for those behind and then going forward, you don't repeat such a thing. You know, you remember it is some clear directives, monitor it, and as minister, I would ensure that it's implemented.
What that thing is for containers, when they say the value to container be as well, we are looking at bear saying
Well, a container can hit between 300 to 500,000 US dollars.
One container?
One container.
$500,000. And
yes.
A move over 1,300 naira.
Over 1,350 naira.
But that's a
lot. Your warehouse. National Security will provide protection. They say they should take stock of all the serial numbers. I am a copy to National Security, copy to Ministry, copy to Office of President, copy to ECG Wahala. Because one way here, who can say could 1,000 something year kaya baby year? You will be so dear.
Yes.
And no, I'm very particular about that. So I'm in bed you say here.
Wow. I mean, not me. I also 500,000 now. You are looking at best $675 million. I mean,
no, that's a lot of money.
That's
and
a lot of money.
They can't clear the containers, and yet they are ordering more containers. Maybe over 1,000. Also, we need to clear 1,000. Cables will be more, and then you are ordering fresh cables, same spec, same type. Now they can't wait home. I mean, that doesn't make sense at all, man.